Live from the Illinois State Fair, Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk as I work to give you all sides of important issues. We are now going to hear from the Republican and the Democrat candidate for the 13th Congressional District. It's a new district that was drawn by Illinois State House Democrats. It encompasses parts of the Metro East St. Louis area, wraps in some rural areas up to parts of Decatur, and then wraps in more rural areas and goes up to, I believe, Champaign-Urbana. So it's an interesting drawn district, but it's a new district, and you've got two different candidates, Republican Regan Deering and Democrat Nikki Budzinski. They were here on the fairgrounds earlier this week during Ag Day, and I was able to talk with each of them just briefly about a variety of things, including the Inflation Reduction Act and the tax implications there, but also the implications when it comes to energy policies. So this is what you'll hear: Regan Deering, Nikki Budzinski, and then back and forth again on those various issues right here with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. Here's starting off with Regan Deering from earlier this week on the fairgrounds.
Yeah, I think the misnomer of the Inflation Reduction Act is becoming more and more apparent to especially our farmers and people throughout. So we want to make sure that we're getting good pricing for them. We're not overspending and driving up prices even further.
So I think there's a lot of misinformation. There's absolutely no tax increases for people that are making under $400,000. That's a misnomer. I do think some of the things that I'm very excited about are there is deficit reduction within this. There's a $300 billion deficit reduction expectation that will happen when the president signs the Inflation Reduction Act. I'd also say there's important healthcare savings. That's one of the things that I hear so much about when I'm campaigning throughout the 13th district. The ability to be able to have Medicare negotiate for lower drug prices, capping the cost of insulin at $35 for those on Medicare. That is exactly what my campaign is about, which is about working people and helping them to keep more of what they earn. So there are some really important things in there that I think are exciting, that are going to actually provide real relief to working people. And again, I'm very encouraged by the fact that it is expected that there will be a deficit reduction at the end of this.
Balance is the key word there. You know, we're working on a transition. We've got a big commitment to great energy sources across this state, and that's key for our farmers. So we just can't go full stop and keep moving the goalposts to renewable energy, but we got to find a way to keep things running smoothly and affordably for our farmers.
Yeah, so I would say we need investments in creating more domestic energy production. We need to create our own energy independence. I think that's an all of the above strategy. I think that is making sure that I recently came out and supported in Pawnee the Lincoln Land Project, which will be a big natural gas plant. It's providing more sources of domestic energy. I think that it's going to help support our family farmers, help drive down the prices of gas. I also want to say I'm a very big supporter of year-round E15 ethanol blend. That's something that I think will provide some relief at the gas pump for everyone, and it also does support our family farmers. It supports ethanol, which is incredibly important to the agriculture community in central and southern Illinois.
So again, those are just some of the responses from the Republican, Regan Deering, and the Democrat, Nikki Budzinski, who are both running for the 13th Congressional District, and letting you hear all sides of these issues. It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, broadcasting from the Illinois State Fair. A little bit later on this morning, we will connect with Rebecca Clark, the director of the Illinois State Fairgrounds, and the manager of the State Fair, about just how successful this has been. We'll